Hello, it's dumplet here. Here's an item on algebra. Given that x and y are real numbers such that x squared plus y squared equals 25, find the maximum possible value of x plus 3y minus 2. As usual, pause this video if you'd like to give this item a try. But if you're done, let us dive into the solution. Now, the easiest way to solve this item is via an inequality, and this inequality is called the Cauchy-Schwarz Inequality. But obviously, this is not the only way. You can use elementary skills, such as find the minimum value of a quadratic function. So, and there's a lot of ways, but I believe this is the shortest way, and this will be the way that I'll be telling you guys. So, for the Cauchy-Schwarz Inequality, this is the general form. But it's a little bit complicated to read, so let me simplify that. So what the Cauchy-Schwarz inequality tells us is that we have sum of squares, so sum of n squares, we multiply to another sum of n squares, so that's what a sub 1 squared until a sub n squared, and what b sub 1 squared until b sub n squared tells us here. So we have sum of squares, SOS, and then sum of squares here. So the product of these two, we're going to end up with sum of n terms, and then we're going to square it, as you can see here. So sum of n terms, and we're going to square it. So what's the sum of the n terms? It's just getting the respective product. So a1 squared and a1 and b1, we're going to multiply it here. We're going to get a2 and b2, we're going to multiply, and then so on. a3, b3, and so on, until a sub n, b sub n. So just memorize the general nature of the inequality, and everything should be fine. Now, from this inequality, how do we solve our item? So, well, we're given with we're technically given only with one thing, this one. Oh, by the way, the Cauchy-Schwarz inequality, it's going to work for all real numbers a sub I and then b sub I. So they just have to be real numbers for this inequality to work. Now, for the givens, we're given with x squared plus y squared equals 25. So I guess that's a motivation. That's technically a sum of squares. And we're given with the thing that we want to get, which is x plus 3y minus 2. Now, it doesn't really work because the Cauchy-Schwarz inequality, it's full of additions, and this minus 2, well, it's just constant. So let me just disregard it for now. Let me focus on this value of x plus 3y. Now, what's nice about this is that it's two terms, x and 3y. So it's the same as x squared and y squared. So there will be a way for me to get an inequality out of these two. So we can try to do the following. So for x squared plus y squared, I'll just write x squared plus y squared. That's going to be my sum of squares. Now, I will multiply to another set of the sum of squares, and I'll get that this is greater than or equal to, and hopefully I'll be able to produce something that is x plus 3y squared. Now, by the inequality, we would know that x here multiplied by this number here will yield x. Well, the number here should be 1 then. And then the other one, y here, multiplied by the number here, should give us 3y. So we know that this number should be 3. Now, these two numbers must be squared, as seen in the inequality. So we can have the following inequality to be true. And this will be true by the Cauchy-Schwarz inequality. So x squared plus y squared times 1 squared plus 3 squared. This is greater than or equal to x plus 3y quantity squared. So let me put it here. Now, since we know what the value of x squared plus y squared is, it's given to be 25. So this becomes 25. And then we multiply it by 1 squared plus 3 squared, that's 1 plus 9, and that gives 10. So 25 times 10, that's going to be greater than or equal to x plus 3y quantity squared. Now we can try to take the square root, and we know that x plus 3y, so this value of x plus 3y, it's going to be between two values, the positive and the negative square root of this. So it's going to become less than or equal to 5 square root 10. So just take the square root of 25 times 10, and it will be greater than or equal to negative 5 square root 10. So this is the thing that we're going to get from the above inequality. And since we have the range of values of x plus 3y, and we want to take the maximum value of x plus 3y minus 2, so it's necessary for us to, okay, if I want to make this big, I would have to make x plus 3y as big as possible, since the 2 here is constant. So I'll take the maximum possible value of x plus 3y. So since the maximum possible value of x plus 3y is 5 square root 10, I would know that the maximum possible value of x plus 3y and then minus 2 for the given, or the desired expression, will be 5 square root 10 minus 2. So our maximum value of x plus 3y minus 2 would be equal to 5 square root of 10 minus 2. And this will be our answer. Hopefully you guys learned something new from this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!